Now, you think at the moment that the last thing we would be talking about is luxury cruising because, at the moment we're all just waiting to get back on a holiday, no matter what it is. It can be anything, bucket and spade in Scarborough. I don't mind anything at all, just get me on holiday. But what we've got for you right now is something spectacular, and it stood out to us because the pricing on it is just absolutely amazing. Where you're going, the part of the world is a part of the world where you may have had thoughts to go to before. You may have been on the cusp of arranging it, and along came what came along. So, as a brand new start to next year, what we've got for you from Azamara Cruises is a more inclusive South Africa intensive voyage from Cape Town. It's 15 nights all told, and it's a lovely way, New Year's Day on 2022, so that I keep forgetting which year we're in right now. We're in 2021 right now, so we're talking about the next time. It's the 1st of January. We could fly you off to Cape Town in South Africa to start this amazing holiday. And when we get to Cape Town, you lucky people, waiting for you there will be the latest in the addition to the Azamara Cruise Lines fleet, which is Azamara Pursuit. Now, if you know anything about Azamara, maybe you've been away with them before, you know that their ships have a lovely flavour that runs through the entire fleet. I say the entire fleet, I think that totals three ships at the moment, with another one, I believe, coming along the line sometime down the line. But this is wonderful. Now, with an Azamara cruise, it's a more inclusive, luxurious offer. So that comes with a premium in terms of price tag, but in terms of what it pays back to you in luxury, oh my word. So they're not big ships, but they're never filled to capacity. So even before everything happened in the world, Azamara ships had a lower capacity anyway, to give you more freedom and that feeling more like you sort of chartered the ship, as opposed to sort of, cruising with thousands and thousands of people. Now, with the new normal, that will be even less people on board, obviously to allow for social distancing, etc, etc, etc. So this is going to feel even better. These are all plus points, by the way. You've got much longer that you stay in port, and you've got ports that actually a lot of the large ocean ships couldn't and wouldn't go into. You have more overnight stays, you have special evenings and special experiences on board, you have a higher ratio of staff to passengers than you do on regular cruise lines. Your gratuities are included. Also, you have shuttle services going into the ports as well, which is really, really nice. So it's that attention to detail and that real kind of, it's extra layers of luxury. It's like indulgence. It's like a real treat. It's like really taking your foot off the accelerator and just immersing yourself in just pure bliss. Beautiful, beautiful food on board, fabulous entertainment, of course, as you would expect, and special experiences that you don't see on every other cruise as well. So remember, we are cruising this one out of Cape Town, so it's a day at sea into Port Elizabeth, known as the Friendly City. You can walk the Donkin Historic Heritage Trail here, and there's animal sanctuaries and the Addo Elephant National Park as well there. Next we go into East London. No, not that one, the one in South Africa. You've got the opportunity here to take wildlife safaris from here, and there's also the Amatola Mountains, which are a little bit inland there. Look at that. Is that a leopard there? Is that a snow leopard? Wow, beautiful. Next we go into Mozambique, and this is what we talk about, really sort of boutique destinations with Azamara. Maputo in Mozambique has incredible parks, restaurants, markets and cafes. You can stroll along the coastline there for lovely vistas of the Indian Ocean. Just sounds incredible. And you can, of course, take safari experiences there as well. Next we go into Richards Bay in South Africa. Now this is your gateway to Zululand. So this is where the forgive my pronunciation for a second, the Hulu'i Imfolozi Park, I got it right the first time, which is one of the largest white rhino populations on Earth. So you've got really, really good experiences there to explore if you want to. Then we come into Durban in South Africa. You can visit a traditional Zulu homestead in the Valley of 1,000 Hills here. There's lots of local attractions to Durban as well. 2 days at sea, and we've finished the cruise in Cape Town, but we've got 2 overnights on board. So in effect, we've kind of got 3 days and 2 nights for you to explore Cape Town. So where normally with a cruise that starts elsewhere, we would say, okay, well, you know, you finish the cruise at the end port and fly back to the UK, or you can, you know, arrange for us to get you some hotel accommodation for an extra couple of days. You don't need to with this because you've got 2 overnights on board in Cape Town at the end of your cruise. So your flights are all included in this, plus this. If we're talking about, because it's very difficult sometimes to visualize if you've never been away with a cruise line before. So if we're talking about sort of cruise line rankings here, most cruise lines are around about a sort of a 4-star standard, and then you go up to 5-star, more sort of luxurious brands. And Azamara is beyond that. So I guess you could say 5+ star, or you could say 6-star in terms of rankings if you wanted to rank cruise lines like that. But there's so much more included in your price tag. Now, in saying all of that, you think that I'm preparing you for like a £7,000 each price tag, and I'm really not, because look, we're looking at just under £2,500, which night for night, pound per pound, is actually one of the very, very best offers that we have seen from Azamara Cruise Line, which is absolutely brilliant. Azamara Club Cruises, I beg your pardon. Because that club cruise name really gives you the feel and the environment and the kind of vibe for the holiday as well. Let's have a quick look at your upgrade prices as well, because you may well on this one want to treat yourself. You're going 6-star after all. You're going to the sort of ultra luxury here. You may as well treat yourself just that little bit further to the ocean view or up to the balcony. I'll leave that with you completely. Remember, select drinks, gratuities, and so much more included in your cruise as well. It's a wonderful way to start next year, isn't it, if you think about it, because you go away, you go to the airport on the 1st of January. So you have to be quite good on New Year's Eve. You might not stay up and see the New Year in, because on the day after, you're off to South Africa. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? That would be lovely. Now, remember, I can take £50 off your booking price straight away when you call, but you have to call to book this offer right now. And we'll just, as part of our sale into spring, my TV offers right now, I'll exclusively give you £50 off your booking price. You won't get that on the web or anywhere else, just by calling 0800 953 4700. Should we get back on board Azamara, because it just gives you a second chance to just have a little look around, see what you can enjoy. I'll tell you a little bit more about Pursuit as well. So she's one of the more, I think, the most recent addition to the Azamara fleet. Actually, she's only added in 2018, and it was late 2018 as well. So she's only really done sort of a year and a half and a tiny bit of cruising, and then of course everything has paused. It's quite a long pause, isn't it? I'm not sure if pause is the word, but we're ready to go back on holiday, aren't we? You've got loads of places to enjoy, bar what you're seeing here in the footage as well, which gives you an idea. You've got a wonderful big area on deck 5, which is called the Den. Dark woods, bookshelves lined with travel guides. There's a bar here as well you can enjoy day and night. There's a fabulous pool deck, as I think we saw on the footage there as well. You've got the cabaret lounge, lovely more intimate performances in the living room as well. They have these incredible artworks throughout the ship, which I always think is quite nice. It just has that lovely feeling of being like a country club, of almost maybe stepping back a little bit in time, slightly more classic cruising, just being more about your environment than the sort of adventurous offerings, if you like. This is your chance to really sort of immerse yourself in something that is extra luxurious and just great fun to do as well, isn't it? I mean, a really lovely holiday experience to look back on as well, which I think is lovely. Now listen, don't forget to get that exclusive £50 off your booking. You must, I know I keep chewing the same carrot, but you must call us 0800 953 4700. You won't get that from the web or anywhere else. You must call our team, and that number is exclusive to the TV channel. So I'll leave that with you. Call soon.